Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week's video I'm coming at you guys with another prom related video, and today I thought I would show you guys how to create this really pretty like soft glam makeup look, all using affordable drugstore products and also a hair tutorial. So if you want to see how I did all of this, then just keep on watching. My skin has been breaking out recently, but I washed my face and I moisturised my face this morning before filming this, so I will leave a link to what I used this morning in the description box, as well as any products mentioned in the video. I just realised I have a hairband on my wrist, so I'm going to take that off. It's such a mood, honestly. So I'm going to be using the Revolution Pro Pore Minimising Primer. This stuff is really good, and by the way, all these products are super affordable. I'm 99% sure that these all come to under £10. I think the maximum is probably £10, but it's very affordable. So the foundations that I actually mixed for prom are these two, so I just dropped that. So I mixed the Rimmel Lasting Finish 24-Hour Foundation with the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour, but I mixed both of them to match me for prom, but I think I'm just going to use the Maybelline one because it matches me quite well at the moment. But this foundation is honestly so good. I want to get it in a lighter shade, so I'm going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just going to buff this onto my face. I'm actually going to take a beauty blender and I'm going to use my Eco Tools one, and I'm going to put a little bit more on. Okay, so for concealer, I used my Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, obviously. This is in the shade Fair 1, but you can also use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define one. I just have the shade C2. I'm going to try and use the Collection one today, but I haven't actually got much left in here. I'm scraping the tube yet again, but you just want to pop this in the areas that you want to highlight and bring forward, and then you can just take sponge and just blend it in. I'm also going to pop some on my forehead and on my nose, and then I'll pop some on my chin too in a second. I'm just going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Transparent, just because this powder is really good and I use this for prom, just kind of setting everything in place without looking cakey. So now it's time for a bit of bronzing and contour. So for different options, one thing that is really trusty that I really love is the NYX Contour Kit. I use this for contouring and bronzing for prom, I'm pretty sure. So you can use this bronzer shade, is the one that I used for my bronzing, and then this is the shade I use for contouring. But today I'm going to be using the Radiance Brick from Rimmel London, and what I do is I just take quite a big bronzer brush, and I'm just going to use this just to bronze up my face a little. So I'm going to contour a bit with that shade that I mentioned earlier, just this shade here from the Contour Kit. And I'm going to take a angled contouring brush, and I'm just going to contour this on the areas where you would usually contour. And then I'm going to take the bronzer brush that I used to blend it out, because it's looking very crazy. So I'm going to use this palette today. I'm going to take this shade here, which is kind of like the NARS Orgasm shade. I'm just going to take a blush brush, and I'm just going to pop this on my cheeks. And then before I highlight, I always kind of like to spray my face. So one that I love for getting a really glowy finish is the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Illuminating Spray. And I'm just going to take this and just spritz my face. This step is quite important as it really helps to sink the face makeup into your skin and kind of prevents it from going really cakey, which is what I like. And whilst that's setting, you guys can go ahead and do your eyebrows. So I just spoolied my brows, and I'm going to take a small angled brush, and I'm going to use the Revolution Pro Brow Pomade in the shade Medium Brown. Okay, so I just did my eyebrows off camera because it's just easier for me to do them off camera. And now I'm just going to set them in place. I'm going to use my Maybelline Brow Drama Transparent Brow Mascara just to set the hairs in place and make sure that they are not going to be budging during any pictures or no matter how hard you dance. Now my face is kind of set, I'm going to do my highlighter. You go back into this Revolution Pro palette and I'm just going to take this shade here to start off with on just like a small highlighter brush, I guess. I don't really know the name of this brush, and I'm just going to pop this just on my cheekbones. Stunning. It's honestly the prettiest highlighter I've ever used, and I'm just going to bring it up a little bit because I like to be a glazed donut. If you want to be a bit more subtle, you could just leave it like this, but if you want to be popping, then you've got to use the white shade. It's got to be done. So I'm going to go in on the same brush with a really light hand because this is very powerful. Oh my gosh, look how blinding that is. And now my base and eyebrows are done, so now we can go into the eyes. So for that, I'm going to just zoom you guys in. Okay, so I just zoomed you guys into my eyes. Excuse my eyebrows. I feel like I have to say that in every video. I just can never get them to match. So I'm mainly going to be using the Soph Does Nails eyeshadow palette, which I think is around £10. So first of all, I'm just going to start off with a big fluffy crease brush. And I'm actually going to take the bronzer that we used earlier, and I'm just going to pop this just through my crease because I always like to do this when I do makeup because it adds a bit of a transition between the shades on the eyes with the face, and it kind of helps everything blend together. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade here called Cup of Tea, and I'm just going to take this on just a really fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to pop this kind of underneath where I put that bronzer. And I'm going to be creating a halo eye, like a bit of a halo eye, but not like a dramatic halo eye, if that makes sense. Take this shade here called Tiramisu, and I'm just going to pop this on my outer corner and a little bit in my crease. I'm not going to go heavy. So now I'm going to take kind of like a pencil brush, which again is dirty, and I'm going to take this shade here called Mug Cake, which is the more warm tone brown in the palette, and I'm going to take it very lightly. Like when I say light, I mean like hardly anything, and I'm going to use this just on my like outer corner and inner corner to like really create that halo eye. And now I'm just taking the Tiramisu shade on my lash line. So on the lid, I'm just going to take this pink shade here called Pink Champagne, and I'm going to take a packing brush, but I'm just going to spray it with that Makeup Revolution fixing spray, and I'm just going to pick up that shade and I'm just going to place this on like the middle of my eyelids. And then, what is prom without a bit of glitter? So I'm going to be using my Revolution Pro pressed glitters. I'm going to use this pressed glitter from the Glisten Up kit, and it's in the shade Flash. It says the information on the back, which I did not know. I'm going to use my NYX glitter glue, which is honestly the best glitter primer for applying loose glitters and pressed glitters onto your eyes or your face. So I'm going to take some of this, and I'm actually just going to pop it on my hand, and then I'm going to take kind of like a concealer definition brush with this glitter primer on, and I'm just going to pop this on like the centre like that, and then I'm going to use my finger because I find like finger is the best way to go with this glitter, and I'm just going to take it on my middle finger, and I just picked up a bunch and I'm just going to press this on. So you guys can go ahead and do eyeliner if you want to, but I'm just going to go ahead and do mascara and lashes. But before I do that, I'm just going to set my face again. So one mascara that I love is the L'Oreal Miss Baby Roll Mascara. But before I apply that, I'm just going to curl my eyelashes quickly. So I'm just going to take that Baby Roll Mascara, and I'm just going to put like a light coat on my lashes. Okay, so it's up to you guys whether you want to wear eyelashes, but the ones that I use were these ones from Bio Cheryl. I bought these on eBay, so I have H1 and H2. I don't know which way they are, like which way around they are, but this is the one I'm pretty sure I used for prom, where it starts off small on the inside and goes off on the outside. So with these I usually need to cut off 1 or 2. I suck at applying false eyelashes, but the eyelash glue that I use is the Eyelash Fix Clear Lash Glue, so it dries clear. So I'm going to pop them on and then I will come back because I can't pop lashes on camera at all. So for my lips, I'm going to use the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the shade 04 Ruffle Trim. And then I'm going to pop on my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee, just over the top on more of the centre part. And of course you can't forget a inner corner or brow highlight, so I'm going to take the shade that I used first from the highlighter palette just under my brow bone. And then I'm going to take some of that white shade on my inner corner. So this is the finished makeup. So for my hair, I just started off by brushing it with a tangle teaser just to make sure there weren't any knots. And then I parted it down the middle to like a side parting. And then from that parting, I just took sections off of the front of both sides. Then I braided each side using a lace style, which is basically where you do a French braid, but you only take bits from the front section of the hair. And then I just braided this right down to the ends and secured it with a hair elastic to make sure that it was staying in place. Then I repeated this on the other side of my hair, and then I started to pull out the sections just because I wanted to make it more pancakey and more like it had a lot of texture and kind of like bubbly, I guess. Then I clipped off the top section of the back layer of my hair and I started to backcomb the layers underneath just to add a little bit of volume. Then I took a section from the back of my head and I just tied it using a hairband that would match my hair colour so you couldn't see it, just to have a bit of an updo at the back. Once that was done, I just pulled out some sections at the top just to add a bit more texture and get back the volume that I had lost when I tied it up. This kind of gave that bit of a lift to the crown of my head. Then I took the sections that I had previously braided and clipped them with some hair grips just around the ponytail to cover the hairband and cover the line between the hair, and then I just pulled out the sections a little bit more just to really make it pancakey. Then I just used a hair colour and I just started curling off my hair. I just took a small section and I used a colour that was wider at the base of it, and I just wrapped a small section of it around the wand and I just held it for about 30 seconds just until I felt it was hot enough, and then I let it drop and I just kind of held it for a little bit while it cooled, and then I let the section fall down and then I curled the rest of my hair. Once all my hair was curled, I just took some hairspray to set those curls in place and just made sure that they weren't going to move throughout the night. And then I just brushed out some of the curls, and this is the hair and makeup done. So I picked an outfit that would kind of resemble an outfit for prom, so I created kind of a two-piece. I just put on this bralette from Primark and this skirt from Boohoo, which actually went really well together. I felt like I was back in West Side Story with this skirt, it was so funny. And my dog decided to come say hi. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do recreate this look, make sure to tag me in the pictures on Instagram. I would love to see it. I am like obsessed with everything about this makeup, and the hair turned out really nicely as well. If you're new to my channel and you like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell next to it to get notified when I upload. Go follow me on all my social media, give this video a big thumbs up and leave a nice comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!